morning. It is the Going On Daily Live morning
Good
show.
morning.
I'm your host, Ron. I've got Luannah in the house with me. Yeah, it's weird how this has all worked out because normally when we do a show together, we do a show together on a Wednesday. I
Yes.
feel like my days are all messed up.
Yeah.
Today is Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I gotta, because I'm already forgetting things, and I'm like, I'm on the show with Luannah. It's a Wednesday. Wait, no, it's not.
No. Yeah. That's all the brain rewiring there. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I'm all confused right now. I just think today this is going to be a great show.
Yeah.
Look, Luannah, I'm going to piss off so many people today
Oh, okay. All right. Get
during
some.
my Ron's top 5.
Okay.
I'm probably 90% of the world is going to be upset.
All right. So you're gonna stir some stuff
That's how
up,
intense.
right?
Yeah, this is
Shake the
really
jar.
going to irritate some people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but so be it. So be it.
Yeah. Shake the jar.
We've got we've got so much to talk about. Um, Look, we were talking in the chat. You have a story
Yeah.
about rhinos.
Yes.
As we all know that this is Wildlife Week here on Going
Yes.
On Daily.
Yes.
Wildlife. So you got a story about rhinos that everybody is dying for. So I imagine the people that were waiting for us to go live, you
Uh,
know, we were a little late from the technical difficulties, but not as late as yesterday's 11-hour later show.
wow, that's incredible.
So, but look, I mean, we got that great story coming up, and I know people are going to want to hear it. We have some fun facts. I've got fun facts about flying snakes.
Flying snakes.
Yes.
Cool. Very cool.
So I'm on my 3rd and 4th wildlife segments for the week already, and I am going to be
It's
back
just
tomorrow.
Tuesday.
So
It's just
I,
Tuesday.
I,
How
I'm
did you do so many already?
I did 2 on Sunday, and
Oh,
I'm
you
doing
did
2 more
right,
today,
right.
and
Okay.
I'm probably going to do 2 more tomorrow.
Wow.
So,
That's
we also have how the law of attraction really works. So we're
yeah.
going to talk about that today. Can't
Yeah.
wait for that one.
Common
That's going to
sense.
be an interesting one. It's
Common
going to
sense approach.
expose me again.
Ah.
You and Kyle. I don't know what the heck it is, but you guys expose me for, whatever you're talking about, and it seems like my life gets put out there. And I
Well,
don't like it, but I
you
got to live with
manifested us.
it.
You manifested us. You attracted us into your field for a reason.
I guess so. I'm a giant guinea pig is what I am. So we have all
Awesome.
of that and so much more, first of all, I feel like I haven't seen you in a while.
It's been a while. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. We haven't had a show together in
so
over a month,
this is
I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is great. You went to Arizona last week.
Yeah, I just got back the other day. Yeah.
How did that
Yeah.
go?
Oh my God, it was amazing. I was in the studio of Tony Robbins and Dee Graciosi. They were helping me make a video for my new course. Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, snap. It
Really?
was just incredible. Incredible crew of
Wow.
people. Yeah, with Dean Graciosi was there too, and teaching us and helping us to just a small group of us, 45 people,
Now I
to
got a question for you.
get our courses launched. Yeah. Yes. What's the question?
Is Tony Robbins related to Christopher Robbins?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Because that would be impressive.
No idea.
Oh my!
But then
All right.
after that was over, I decided to drive to Sedona from Scottsdale for
Oh,
one
there you
day,
go.
for a day and a half, and it was phenomenal. Beautiful, beautiful time in Sedona. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I like autumn. I do like this season because
Mhm.
I know the trees are dying and the flowers are dying and all that stuff, but when the leaves turn color,
I know it's beautiful. Yeah,
there is nothing better. There
yeah.
really isn't.
And it's
So
showing
I
that
love it.
transformation and death doesn't have to be ugly. It can be
Right.
beautiful. Because really,
Exactly.
because what's really happening is all the life force is just simply retracting into the roots.
Yeah.
That's what it's
Yeah.
doing, and it's
Right.
gathering, it's collecting. So fall is that season of introspection, reflection,
Yeah.
self-nurturance, right? And so it's a beautiful season.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
So, all right. So let's get right into this. This is Rhino. Oh, we're gonna talk your story right off the top. Right off the top.
Oh,
Now,
this,
it's funny because like rhinos, they're not very attractive, but yet they're so unique
yeah.
that it's almost like the elephant thing. Like elephants aren't good-looking animals,
Mm-hmm.
but
Have
there's
something.
just so much behind those animals that people are attracted to them
Yeah,
and people love them.
yeah,
Like elephants are one of the most popular animals in the world, and rhinos are up there with them. They're
yeah.
right there.
And hippopotamuses, right?
And
Those,
hippos,
yeah,
exactly.
they're the
Although
top.
hippos kill a lot of people.
Yeah, they do. But they're kind of cute with their teeth and their big noses.
Yeah, yeah.
I used to actually collect ceramic hippos when I was in my early 20s. I had my whole living room tables full of different ceramic hippos. That was my thing
Yeah. I
back then.
mean, look at this big guy right here. Like he looks like an old man, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
I
And
mean, he's got the
seeing them in
wrinkly
person.
nose, underneath the horn,
Yeah.
and he just kind of looks friendly. Wouldn't
Yeah,
suggest going up and petting him, but
yeah, yeah. No, and I agree. When I had two rhino encounters. I had two rhino encounters. One was
all
very
right.
holy cow, and another one was just being able to observe them. Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, I was 20 and I had been living in Thailand for a little bit, teaching English, learning jewelry making, meditation, and everything like that. And then I woke up one morning and I just had this thought, go to Nepal. I went, Nepal, what's Nepal? It's like India somewhere, right? And so I bought a ticket and I showed up. I went to the airport. I went to a taxi stand and said, okay, take me somewhere I can sleep. And then from there, I got a guidebook and I just started going around Nepal.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really, really amazing. And then, so one day I decided to go to this place called Chitwan Park area. And to get there from the neighboring village, it was a 2.5 hour ox car ride through magnificent mustard fields, yellow. It was just unreal. This big white ox. I was the only one in the cart going all the way to this area where there's no electricity, nothing.
Wow.
And I lived in a mud hut there for like 9 days, 10 days.
Not many people can say that they've ridden in an ox cart.
No, 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 it was a
Not
pretty,
many at all.
no, and I got to do it twice because I had to do it leaving there as well. So it was really,
Believe, right, exactly.
so
That's
that,
pretty cool though. I mean, that's something, it's like you have that on your list of things you've done,
yeah,
and as simple as it sounds, it's pretty impressive because, like I said, not many people can say they've done that.
yeah, thank you.
I
Yes,
mean, not many people can say they've seen an ox, let alone have a ride
right. And
on
it was
an
really
ox
old
cart.
fashioned cart too. It was like the really old
Right.
fashioned cart, right? And that was in 1991, not
Wow.
long ago. So that was before traveling became the trend. Or tourism became the trend, right? So
Yeah.
when in that era, it was just travelers, backpackers, and it was amazing. You get real deep friendships real fast because you're all in that traveling vibe, right? So everything's the moment, the moment, the
Absolutely.
moment, the moment, right? So it was really, really awesome. So yeah, so I went to Nepal, and before I went to that place in Chitwan Park, I was studying astrology in a cafe, and there I met this guy who told me that a week before he was chased up a tree by a rhinoceros. I laughed myself crazy. Like it just seemed like a comedy cartoon. Like I couldn't
Yeah.
control my laughter, right? Well, instant karma.
Should not laugh.
Instant karma.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so I hadn't planned when I met him. I hadn't planned. I didn't even know that that's the area where he had been. I just knew that he got chased up a tree by a rhino, and I was laughing like crazy. And he was just looking. I was like, it was scary. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing. So I ended up in clearly the same area where he was, and I met these two beautiful women from Holland. We became like instant sisters, and we decided to hire a guide to walk us through the jungle area because we're right on the jungle with rhinoceroses and elephants and hyenas, and I believe tigers are there too. It was just phenomenal. And so we're walking, and it was the time of year where the village, all of Nepal went there to burn the grass, right, to get the grass for their huts and their baskets and all of that
Yeah.
stuff, right? So that was a beautiful element because we stopped off at this little section where there was a family and they had their little earthen ovens that they had made, and they made us chai, and we got to sit there and have some chai with them, and it was really idyllic and amazing.
That's what a vacation is, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
you're just not home and you're doing something that you probably just wouldn't be doing,
No,
you know? Good
no.
morning, Jake from Mississippi.
Hi,
Love
Mr.
it.
Jake.
Love
Yeah,
it.
and the women were very like regal, like they had like this regal royalty posture, and like pouring the water, putting their hands behind their back, and it was just the people were just beautiful. I just loved them. They're just amazing. So then we left this place and we're walking, and the grass is pretty high, and then we turn a corner and
Oh
there's a
boy.
rhino.
Oh, Jesus. That's not a good animal to come across.
No, he was like,
You like to see those from, a distance.
yeah, yeah, he might have been about like 20-25 feet away. That's it.
Oh boy.
And the guide stopped and he quickly looked around, and there, thank God, was a small tree. And he said, just move slow. They don't see beyond 10 feet, right? So, but they can sense and they can smell. If our smell were to go up, they would just charge. So we got to the tree. I was so paralyzed. My two friends got up. I was paralyzed. The guy got a stick and had to shove it up my butt to get me up the tree. And he got a secret thrill from it too, because the girls were laughing. But I was paralyzed. I could not climb the tree. I was just like,
See,
like,
there's
right
something
there,
that doesn't
right
happen
there.
every day.
No, it was like right there. And he had to push me up the tree. And we're like, and we sat there, I don't know how long. And then the rhinoceros, because he started walking towards us smelling, right? He came really close to the tree, actually, right? And then he turned around and he went walking in another direction. And I guess this guy knew there was a family on the other side of that grass, a bit further down. So he, la, 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 he just yelled out something. And then there were like 2 or 3 trees there. Within a few seconds, they were full of people. It was just like the most incredible.
It's crazy.
Incredible experience. Yeah. And I can't remember how long
That's
we were up there. It was like time just
insane.
stopped. Right. And then finally he was gone far enough that we got back down, and then we just went straight back to our huts. Right.
Well,
It was
see,
like, okay,
that's
tour's over.
that tall grass.
Mhm.
You can't see through all that stuff.
No, it's
And it's
dense.
like you don't know what's lurking in there.
Exactly. Could
Like
be a
there's
tiger even.
all kinds of animals.
Yeah.
And you gotta worry about snakes. You
Yeah.
gotta worry about, big cats,
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. Totally. Totally. Yeah, it was like quite like I even feel it, the visceral memory in my body of the experience. I'm feeling it as I'm sharing it. It's like as it was yesterday. And then we went back, and we're just like, we're okay, we're okay, we're safe. We're so happy to get back to that. And then the next day we decided to, I know people don't do it as much now, ride on an elephant to go through the jungle. And
That's pretty awesome.
we came across 2 rhinos. And I got a really close look at them from right there, right above the elephant, because they can't smell because we're up high.
Yeah.
And I found it to be such a beautiful creature.
Well, he wasn't going to screw with an elephant either.
No, it wouldn't. Right? But it had this sweetness, like you're talking about with elephants and hippos. There was like this, he looked like harmless, right? It's like, I
Yeah.
would want to go up and give it a pat and say, hey, cutie pie, right? That's what the feeling was.
Yeah.
And then there was another, so there's 2 rhinos, and another one had a big gash in its butt. So it looks like he had a fight with another rhino or something like that.
Probably male dominance kind of thing.
Possibly. Yeah, but that was such an incredible thing. And I had an amazing photo album. It got lost in my travels somewhere. I had some beautiful pictures of these rhinos. But
Wow.
being in the jungle like that, and no electricity, nothing in the mud hut. And one other little piece I got to share, because this was magic. This was like pure magic. So you weren't allowed to leave your mud hut once it got dark, because all the wildlife would actually come into where the hut was. So
Oh
my
boy.
first
Okay.
night there, I was
It's
in
a
the
lot of
hut,
mud.
and then it was like at around, well, there's two things I want to share. It was about maybe about 2 in the morning, and then I heard all the and I was like, who's outside of the outside of the huts laughing, right? And then the next morning I asked, they were hyenas.
Oh.
Every night the hyenas came through where our mud huts were, and they laughed. It was like they sounded human. I was like, oh my gosh, like right behind my bed is here in the hut. They were right behind the wall running around.
Those are very dangerous.
They are very, very dangerous. Yeah. And then at around 3 or 4 in the morning, every night this happened, it was like it was dead silent. And then all of a sudden, there was one sound from the jungle. And then there was all the animals were making sounds for like, I don't know, 2-3 minutes. It's like this orchestra of every animal. And then it would stop. It was just like the most magical thing I've ever experienced.
That's got to be frightening though the first time.
Yeah,
Like
sure.
when you're laying there and you get woken up by all these animals and it's like
Well, at first it
it's
was
kind of
like, am I
surreal,
safe?
isn't
Yeah,
it?
totally, totally. But then once I realized I was safe, it's like, okay, let me just listen. And and every night around the same time. I don't know what the stirring was, maybe because it was getting close to dawn, or I don't know, but
Probably a predator in the area.
or maybe a predator in the
So,
area, but it was
because
always around
that's,
the same time, right? So, but yeah.
believe it or not, animals, out there, um, they kind of alert each other. Like all
Mm,
the non-predator animals,
they
they
alert each other.
will make as much noise as possible
Right.
knowing that there's a predator in there. So when an animal sees a predator, it'll start squawking or whatever
Yeah,
the noise it makes,
yeah,
and it alerts all the other animals that there's,
right.
like a big cat or, something in the area, and they
Hyenas, and yeah.
actually do that. They alert each other.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
that's why you have all that noise.
that makes total sense. Yeah, and yeah, it was just like I still, even when I share it, I can feel it, I can remember, and it was just like this, like totally, like you said, the word surreal,
Yeah.
and then it was over. It's like, did that happen? Did I really
Yeah.
hear that? Right? It was really so. Yeah, that was an amazing time in Nepal, and
That's awesome. That's
yeah, it was.
awesome.
Yeah, I traveled
Good
through
morning,
Nepal,
Becky.
but for 1 month on my own. And that was all throughout different areas of Nepal, Pokhara, Kathmandu, and this area, and it was so cute too, because in this area they didn't have any restaurants or anything. They had like these little wooden shacks that families set up for tea and things like that. So one day I went walking with my journal, and I found this little tiny shack, like literally like a plywood shack almost, right? But they were offering tea, right? And
Was
I
it the Love Shack?
Yeah, the love shack. Yeah, the love shack where we can get together. Yeah, I love that song. Yeah, and I sat down with my journal, and I ordered a coffee, but he brought me tea with coffee together. It was like the strangest flavor. it was like I poured it. I'm like, okay, all right, I'll drink that. But it was just so funny, because they don't understand English. So I said coffee, like coffee. So I think the gesture maybe he thought was tea, and then with coffee. So anyways, he put both together. It was hilarious, and that was my
Was it good?
it was drinkable. It was drinkable, not something I would order again. And then another time at the place I was staying, they made some hash browns, and they tasted like kerosene. It's just,
Oh my God.
yeah,
Kerosene.
like
Ugh.
the oils from the oil lamps. I don't know if they had oil on their hands when they cut them or something like that. Because normally, what I loved about being there was eating their traditional food, like with my hands.
Maybe
I
they
love
cook
doing
with
that.
kerosene,
Right?
instead of like cooking oil.
Yeah, maybe, you know. So one day they offered to make like a comfort food. I went, oh yay, you know, and then it was like, oh no, I'm gonna stick with the local food. I love the local food; it's amazing. But yeah, they
So
taste
Becky,
like
I hope
kerosene.
you caught. Oh, sorry, Luana. I
That's
hope you caught her rhino story, because that was something. That
okay.
was something.
Yeah, that
And
is.
look, this is like that sounds like one of the best trips ever.
Oh, it was, and you can see it still lives in me, like as if it happened
Yeah.
yesterday. It was such a rich journey, and it was a period in my life, where I was really starting to question also, who am I? Who do I
Right.
think I am, and who am I really? Right? How
Yeah.
much did I inherit from my family and my environment, and who am I really? So I realized that I was an explorer and an adventurer, you know, like because
Yeah.
I always broke out of the boxes of any box somebody tried to put me in. I broke out of, right? So then
Yeah,
I started to understand
I get
myself there.
excited
Pardon?
with animals
Yeah.
when you see, an animal that you just don't see all the time, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's like, yeah, okay, we can see a robin all the time. It's not a big deal. But as soon as you see a bird that you don't see all the time,
yeah. Then it's like,
you get
wow.
excited about it. And
Yeah.
I know I do. And that was one of my topics the other day, my brush with wildlife.
Okay.
And when you see like a crane in the water fishing or whatever, all those things, it it kind of feels good when you're in
Yeah.
nature like that and you get to see that, whether it's deer eating, it's just so it's pleasing. And I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it wouldn't be the same if a grizzly bear is eating 10 feet away from you,
Yeah.
but a bear is nice.
I've had that happen too. Here in Haida. Yeah. I had that
You
happen.
had a grizzly bear chase you?
Black bears. Yeah, 3 black bears. I was in my kayak and they were just like literally I could hear their footsteps. They were just like 5 feet, 5, 6 feet away on the shore.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was incredible. And a wolf. One time I turned a corner and the wolf was right there on the cliff, just not high above me. And he was just looking down at me. And I turned this corner and there he was there. I'm like, I froze. And I just let the kayak glide. I pretended like, I'm not here. I'm not here. And then it turned around and went back. So I've had a few incredible brushes with wildlife. Yeah.
Yeah. With bears, you can't climb a tree.
No,
Just letting
because
you
they will
know.
come after you. Yeah. Yeah.
Because they will
Fortunately,
climb the tree.
yeah, fortunately they were busy eating, right? But I literally just glided in the water just
Yeah.
by them, and it was
Mm,
phenomenal.
mm,
Yeah.
mm, mm.
Yeah. So I
That's
actually
crazy.
I collected some fun facts about rhinos to share too. That
Oh,
I didn't
good,
I
good,
didn't
good.
even
I
know
love
too.
it. I love it. I wish I would have prepared fun facts for it.
Oh, so fun facts about the rhinos. Rhinoceros come from the Greek rhino, nose, and ceros, horn, nose horn. So that's really what rhinoceros
Yep.
means. 5 species remain worldwide. All are endangered, with fewer than 27,000 left. Rhino horns are made of keratin, the same protein as human nails and hair.
Yeah.
Despite their size, rhinos can charge up to 35 miles per hour. They are fast.
Yeah. You're
And
not outrunning it.
have poor eyesight. Yeah, and what I was told when I was there is that if they see something move in front of them 10 feet and they can't recognize the smell, they just charge
Wow. Well, that's
because
that's
because
interesting.
because they can't see. And back then, I was told on average 100 people died a year in Nepal because of being
Wow.
charged by rhinoceroses for that reason. That was the statistic at that time in the 90s when
That's a
I was
lot of
there.
people.
That's a lot of people. Yeah. So
I don't
ancient
think that made you know,
the tourist brochures.
the yeah, that's not in that brochure.
No,
100 people.
100 people a year. That's what the
That's a
guy
lot of
told us.
people.
That's a lot of people. Yeah.
I think
And
that
it
might
is,
be more than the hippo now at this point.
oh, maybe. Oh, okay. And it's not that they're aggressive. They're just afraid,
Yeah.
right? If they can't recognize the smell and they see something moving, they will just charge it. Doesn't matter. They don't discern. Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was so. We were very lucky. There was a tree close by. I can tell you
Mm.
that. Yeah, that
You
was
better
just.
be in a Jeep when you're around rhinos, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, totally. Or on an elephant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or on an elephant, right? Exactly, because they're not going to mess with that.
yeah. Ancient symbolism. The rhino represents grounded power, resilience, and primal life force energy. So to
Mm.
like push through, right? Yeah, and those are some of the things that I thought I'd share about the rhino, aside from my story, which I think I've
That's
already taken up
awesome.
to 15 minutes. But
That
yeah,
is
but
awesome.
yeah, it was awesome. And they're such beautiful creatures. They really, and they got these teeny, teeny, teeny little eyes with this huge
I
big ball.
know. Well, that's why they're so blind.
And there's, yeah, exactly. They're just incredible. Yeah,
They
yeah,
get screwed in the eye department, you know? Like, why don't they have like big eyes like all the other animals that size, you know?
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know.
So now you guys know a little bit more about rhinos.
We know about rhinos, and that was awesome. That is a great way to charge into the show.
Where you're going to irritate 99% of the people, right?
Yes,
You're
Becky, be
charging forward
prepared
with your rhino
because
power.
my top 5 is going to get a lot of people angry.
Okay.
Lot of people. Lot of
Alrighty.
people.
Charge
All right.
forward, Ron.
You are watching us live, probably on one of these channels. Well, absolutely on one of these channels because we're not live anywhere else. You can be watching on Kick, YouTube, or Rumble at Rhode Island Broadcasting. And if you're on YouTube, click that little bell so you always know when we go live because you don't want to miss a show of this. I'll tell you, especially the start we just got. You can also watch us live on Twitch at RI_broadcasting. There, you can send us bits. So you can send 4 bits, which is only 4 pennies, 4 cents, right? You can send us 4 cents, and that will give us both a chance to put our 2 cents in. If not, it's going to be a very silent show. You can also watch us live now on Twitter/X. We got 3 people on there right now watching. And you can do that at Broadcasting RI. So live on X. Love it. Love it. If you can't watch us live and you're at work, you can always listen to the show at Spotify, Red Circle, TuneIn, and iHeartRadio. So do that at RI Broadcasting. And don't forget to follow us on all our social media. We're literally pretty much everywhere, you know, except for maybe Instagram now because Meta took it away from us. But you can go to MeWe, TikTok, LinkedIn, Blue Sky, Parler, Space Hey, Gab, and of course
We're
Patreon
everywhere.
at RI Broadcasting,
Awesome.
and you can pick up one of these mugs. It's a
Where's
beautiful
my
mug.
mug?
Christmas.
Okay.
Christmas. So you can do that at RI Broadcasting. And don't forget, we can be found on Facebook at the Going On Daily Morning Show. We got to build up enough people on there to, first of all, to make up for the 10,000 followers that we had on Rhode Island Broadcasting before Mark Zuckerberg took it away from us.
Oh, yeah.
But so get on there so we are able to go live on Going On Daily Morning Show on Facebook. We'd love to go live again on Facebook. So please do that. Get in there. Also, we have a website, RhodeIslandBroadcasting.net. So support the show there. And again, you can donate like a normal person, like $1 or $2 to support the show and keep us going, right? Mark, you can make up for the big gaffe you made by donating up to $10 million. I would suggest the 10 million. That would make us a little more receptive to you.
That's
Just
reasonable.
saying.
10 million for the
Just saying.
10,000 followers lost, right? 10 million,
Right.
10 million per follower.
10 million, one for each of those 1,000. That's exactly it. That is the price of them. You can vote now for the Hall of Fame, the Going On Daily Hall of Fame. It's right on the homepage of RhodeIslandBroadcasting.net. It's right there. You go and you vote. This month, it is all about 80s comedies on TV. And we have one of the five, the five of the best comedies in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
Cheers, Happy Days, The Golden Girls, MASH, and Married with Children. So vote now. Last I looked, it was The Golden Girls in front. So if you're not a Golden Girls fan, you better get up there and start voting. Disappointed my Cheers isn't, there. I love Happy Days too, so I wouldn't mind that.
I love Happy Days too, yeah.
You
And
know,
Golden
the
Girls and
fonts.
Happy Days and Cheers. Those are my 3 top.
Yeah.
Sure which one
I
you vote.
loved Married with Children as well. I didn't get into MASH, and
No.
I once in a while watched the Golden Girls, but I wasn't really into that either.
Yeah.
It was all Cheers, Happy Days, and Married with Children for me.
Right. Okay,
So.
cool.
So there we go. Let's go into the next segment. I got fun facts of flying snakes. Could you imagine?
Wow.
I mean, having to worry about snakes is one thing, but when
Yeah,
they're
when
flying,
people fly, yeah, that's like
when they're flying as well, and you like got to look everywhere, right?
mhm.
So this is the paradise flying snake right here.
Wow.
That is actually one of the smallest, actually. It's not, I mean, they grow up to like 30 something feet. So
It reminds me when I was living in Thailand on a little island, there was a huge python that came onto the property, like massive body, and they had to try to get it away.
yeah,
Oh
I
my
would
God.
not want, if there's a python or an anaconda somewhere, I'm not there. I am gone.
Yeah.
Gone. There is no way a snake is going to outrun me. That's for sure.
It might outfly you though.
Well, that's the problem. These guys here. All right. So first of all, these flying snakes, there's 5 different varieties. But these suckers can glide up to 100 meters, 328 feet. That's scary.
Wow.
That's scary. What they do, I don't know if you can tell by the picture, they kind of flatten their bodies and they kind of slither through the air current.
Is that where the expression came from? I didn't see that coming. I mean, like, because you wouldn't.
Right. I know.
You just wouldn't, right? Wow.
No. And I mean, when you think about what they eat, which we'll get into, it's pretty frightening for them, let me tell you. So they flatten their bodies and they ride those air currents. And let me tell you, they can glide up to 25 miles per hour. 25. Good luck outrunning it, right?
That's the speed limit in Scottsdale.
Yeah.
But that's fast. That's
fast. That's pretty fast.
That's very
faster than anybody can run, right?
Yeah, totally. Oh my
the normal everyday person isn't gonna run 25 miles an hour.
Wow. Wow.
So they launched themselves from the trees, just like that. It sounds just like that too.
Wow. And do they launch?
So they launched themselves from the trees to capture prey.
I was going to ask you, do they get prompted? So they do it when they see prey, right?
Yeah, or predators.
Not just to have a hangout, fly, just only.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So they don't have like a natural predator, but I would assume it's like primates, like apes and monkeys and stuff like that. They're probably able to grab onto them and kill them.
So they have poison then. They're poisonous, right?
No, that's the great thing. They are not poisonous. They are non-venomous. But they do eat lizards, birds, bats, rodents, and frogs. Now they pick those birds out of the air.
No way.
They launch themselves when they see a bird, and they glide right into him and they snatch him up.
But that's
Isn't that
incredible
crazy?
calculation capacity, right? Because if the
Isn't
bird
that
is
crazy?
flying, they have to calculate the movement of the bird.
Oh, absolutely.
That's intelligence. That's incredible.
These suckers, they
Wow.
could. If could you imagine if they were venomous? Oh my god, it'd be over. It'd
Yeah,
be over.
totally. Yeah, because when you said
See, an
they'll do
animal like
diving.
this makes me question going on trips.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
They are the only limbless vertebrae to be able to glide. The only one.
Wow,
And
that's
they say they do it better than flying squirrels. So
no way.
yeah.
That is phenomenal. Wow,
But unfortunately for them, their lifespan is only 10 years. so, so they're not going to be around very long. A
wow,
decade is what they got.
wow.
It's better than a fly, right? Fly
Yeah,
is like a day.
or moth. Yeah. Mm,
Yeah.
wow,
Um.
incredible. So we have
So
flying fish, flying snakes, and flying squirrels. What other
yeah,
animals do we have that are traditionally like not flying but can fly? I got to look and
yeah.
see if there's any other ones out there like that.
Oh, I'm sure there are.
That's interesting.
Isn't there like a monkey that has like a little capability of that? I thought.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't
I'll
know.
have to look that
I
up.
don't
Cool.
know. So there are, like I said, 5 different species of these. Um, Now there are Indian flying snakes that grow up to 36 inches, and they can be found in India and Sri Lanka.
Hmm.
So then there's also the Malukan, which are found in the islands in the Banda and Seram seas. Those things get up to 47 inches long.
Wow.
That's a big snake,
That's a
let me
big
tell
snake.
you.
Yeah, that's a
I
huge
mean,
snake.
how they can glide through the air is beyond me. Um, but that
Wow.
if I'm seeing a snake gliding through the air, I'm gone. There
Yeah.
is no chance of me being there anymore. It's just not gonna happen. I'm out of there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um, and 30, I mean, when you think 47 inches long is like what, 4 feet?
Yeah,
Three and a
that's
half,
incredible.
4 feet? That's a
Yeah.
big snake. I don't care if it's venomous or not. I'm out. I'm out. They
Oh,
have the banded flying snake. That's found in Malaysia, Sumatra, and Java and
wow.
Borneo. That is the smallest of all of them, only 30 inches long.
Wow.
So a little under 3 feet.
Wow.
Yeah,
Ron, you're
that's
starting to
small.
freeze on my end. Is that my Wi-Fi or can anybody who's watching let us know if
Oh, I can hear you, so I'm guessing it's
okay.
me. That's not good. Can you even hear what I'm saying?
I can now, but you had like you were sounding like a robot for a little while and it was freezing and
Oh,
yeah.
there was probably a surge that came through,
Oh, okay.
most
Now you're
likely.
fine. Yeah, now you're back. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's good to know.
Talking about flying snakes is like shaking everything up.
Yeah. There's also the golden flying snake in India and Sri Lanka. Those grow up to 40 inches long. Look, these things are just crazy. It is crazy.
Wow.
So they are all non-venomous, of course,
Well,
and they
that's
belong to the genus Chrysopelia.
oh, it's freezing
I
again.
wouldn't want to have to spell that in the spelling bee. The Chrysopelia, which includes several species, and there's all like they have those 5 kinds, but then there's some that are different names because they're just a little variant of that kind.
Right, right.
So that is the flying snakes fun facts.
Wow,
That would be
that's
frightening. If
phenomenal.
I'm seeing a snake flying through the air, I feel like I'm in another world. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
totally. But at least it's not venomous, so we could let the
It's not
push
venomous.
it
Yeah,
away.
sure.
Right?
Sure.
That would happen. Wow.
Things almost as big as us.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
yeah,
I'll pass on the flying snakes thing.
yeah.
I don't want any part of that.
No.
So, all right. So let's get into our next topic. Let's talk about how the law of attraction really works.
Yeah, how it really, really works. So, I mean, since when was it in like the early 2000s? We had the What the Bleep Do We Know and the movie The Secret, right? So that's when the law of attraction entered the main stage of our thinking, right? And since then, it's expanded a lot. But I find that there's a lot of little pieces that people don't understand because it can still seem like magical thinking, right? Like as if, oh, how
So
do
it's
we
not
attract?
a giant magnet.
Well, no, we are all a giant magnet. Actually, we
Oh,
emit
see,
frequency.
so it is.
So it is, yeah. What I wanted to share is sometimes we think that this is all woo woo, and there is a lot of woo woo out there, but there's a lot of woo woo that's grounded in science too.
Jeffrey Osborne knew about woo woo. Can you woo woo woo? Can you woo 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 woo?
Yeah, that's good. That should be a woo woo song. Huh? Awesome, thank you. I
It
didn't know
is
that.
a song. It's actually
Oh,
a
that's
song.
awesome. No, that's great that he was singing it already back then, right? So, what I want to explore today is to share. I made some notes too because I wanted to really make sure I get everything. So, forgive me if I keep looking over to my notes a little bit. But
No, it's all good.
there's an experiment that I really loved. It used to be a science experiment, and this I share with my clients all the time here. So, in the olden days, when I was in school, they had this experiment with tuning forks. So, let's say, so in the classroom, the teacher would give somebody in there the tuning fork of C, right?
Yep.
Then someone would go in the classroom next door with a wall separating, also with the tuning fork of C,
Yeah.
right? So they would sound it in the classroom and it would start vibrating over in the other room. That's the
Yeah.
law.
We did
That's the
that
law of
in school
resonance.
too.
Good, right? But if the person in the other room was holding an F or a D or a G, nothing would happen.
Right.
It's the law of resonance,
It's
right?
crazy, isn't it?
It's
Doesn't make any
phenomenal.
sense.
Yeah. But when you understand, a bit more science and quantum physics in that, it kind of makes
Yeah.
sense. But that's not common day knowledge, right?
No.
So we are all tuning forks. Our thoughts, our frequency, they've actually measured by science now that our thoughts are radio waves, basically, right? So law of attraction resonance, one element is, where do I spend the majority of my day? Do I spend the majority of my day, complaining, upset, sad, self-doubt, depressed, right? We have over 60,000 thoughts a day, says science, right? So one of the things that was a really beautiful fact when I learned this, I guess it was about 15, 20 years ago, is that the reason we have a hard time creating the life we want is because we're not directing all of our thoughts like a laser towards what we want, right?
Yeah.
We have our dream or inspiration, but then we dilute our energy with petty things. I mean, one moment of anger in the day, undirected, right? Anger, because anger directed can be a force of creation, right? Anger undirected just destroys, and it drains us of our energy. So that's an energy leak drain, right? So part of the whole understanding of law of attraction is, well, I attract who I am and what the most dominant frequency that I'm emanating. The world will match me. And the rhino story,
Right.
I mean, look at the rhino story. A week before, I was laughing. I was like
Right.
crazy. But it became such a strong, like emotional, like connection that I attracted it the next week. And that brings me to the biology, the reticular activation system.
Yeah.
That's the part of our brain that when we decide something is important, it will say, okay, I'm going to show you more of this. Like the punch buggy red, right? Remember the old punch buggy red, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, punch
Still do
buggy
it.
red. Yeah. Good. Right. So why that works is because now we've attached a strong emotion of joy and play to punch buggy red or punch
Yeah.
buggy or whatever. And because of that, our brain has computed, oh, this is essential, this is important. So therefore, I'm going to show you everywhere that it shows up. So this
Yeah.
also goes to say that if I'm focusing on saying the world is a horrible place, if that's where my mindset is, then
That's what you're going to receive.
I'm going to just see so much evidence for that.
Yeah.
Right? If I say that the world is a wonderful place, I will see evidence of that. It doesn't mean there aren't challenges. But the thing is if, we were talking about explorers last week, right?
Right.
And you think of what they went through. And she's like, oh, yeah, I felt a draft. Meanwhile, she was hanging on a rope on the boat, for 72 hours. Oh, yeah, it was a little chilly, right? So there's this back then, because we didn't have the comforts that we have now, we had to be laser focused. There was a demand to be laser focused.
And it
to
all
not,
makes sense when you think about it. The law of attraction. Okay, whatever you're putting out there is what you're going to receive back. So, you know, if you, why can't I find this in a person? It's because you're not putting that out there
and even
with
more,
what you are.
exactly. It's like there's that expression, I need to become what I want to attract. I need to hold that frequency in me.
Yeah.
I need to at least nourish it. Give it more domination power of my observation, because observation is energy. It's like fuel to the fire. Right? So if I develop, like we've done the power of paradox, right? So back then, when there was survival, the paradox was just what it was, and you just built yourself around it, with it, and through it. But in our comfort zones of today,
Yeah.
we view all of that as, well, life shouldn't be that way. But I'm asking, like, well, where did we ever get that idea? How can we expect to live against the laws of nature and the laws of
Exactly.
creation? Because
You can't.
those are immutable. Whether I exist or not to interpret them and see them doesn't matter. They are real.
Right.
They influence
Exactly.
us. And so it's up to each of
Very
us
true.
to
I
find
love
our,
this.
yeah, thank you. It's up to each of us to find our way home to ourselves through using these sciences to help us, get to know ourselves and then heal the traumas that are in the way that made me have this belief that the world is horrible.
Yeah.
And things like that. And yes, there are horrible things, but it's the contrast, it's the paradox. Like one of my elders in Hawaii says, it's the necessary illusion to create contrast, which activates growth and change and choice. Without contrast, we don't have choice. There's no free will.
Yeah.
Right? So
And that's how a lot of relationships end up in shambles, because when you have that clash of same personalities, which is what you're putting out there, and you're going to end up getting that back.
Yeah.
And that's why things are like very toxic in relationships, because if you put that toxicity out there, you're only going to get toxicity back.
Absolutely.
And that spells doom.
And the thing is but everybody's pointing the finger, you're toxic. But like Becky and I, we
That's a
both
three
love this
pointing
expression.
back at you.
It's three pointing back. And until we take that accountability to say, well, where am I contributing? I might not be the source and the total cause, but where do I have something that's kind of contributing to this dynamic? What, because we don't, that's why we have the expressions, birds of a feather flock together. Well, it's based on science.
Yeah.
Right? It's just the science of law of attraction, right? So there's a great guy. His name was David Hawkins. Have you ever heard of him?
Nope.
He wrote a book called Power versus Force, based on kinesiology studies, so scientific studies measuring consciousness, the maps of human consciousness, and the different frequencies, hertz frequencies of different states of being. So I collected a few notes here. It's an amazing book. Listen to an audiobook. You'll gain so much insight. It's just phenomenal. So his science shows that emotions carry frequencies, which we know. I mean, if you think of something that you love, you immediately feel soft and gooey inside, right? You feel you think of something you hate, you immediately, right? And your body chemistry will immediately mirror whatever. I just felt like a pirate right there. So, but right. So then our biology also mirrors that energy and will create the chemicals that maintain that energy because they're activated through our survival brain, right? And our survival brain
Right.
has dominance because it helped us survive so many millions of years. The frontal cortex is new, which is why it doesn't have dominant power yet.
Right.
Which is why it's an effort to rewire ourselves. It's an effort to bring our thoughts in. It's an effort to self-observe. But the fruits of that are ongoing. Once a mind expanded beyond where it was, never goes back.
Yeah, making subtle
Right?
changes helps.
Little changes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And so understanding that. So in the consciousness, so fear has a frequency vibration of 100 cycles per second, 100 hertz.
Right. Wow.
Right.
See?
Whereas love is 500. And then enlightenment is 700. And then in between, there's anger, fear, and all of these. If you look it up online, you can see the map of consciousness. And it shows.
And that's the trouble, right? It's like it's a fine line between these things, and it's very easily susceptible to fall into those patterns. And
exactly. And like if you say, we're in a moment of feeling love and connectedness with life, right? But then something happens and a trigger happens, and then we drop into fear or anger.
Yeah.
That's like if you're flying a plane
Right.
and you dropped altitude like that so quickly, what's going to happen, right? You're going
crash and burn.
You're going to be like all over. Maybe the wing will break off or something like that, right? So I love visuals like that, right? So
yeah,
when we gain that measure, right? And it's a frequency, so that I can tune into myself and say, where am I in this moment? Suddenly everything's going wrong today. Why? Oh, I started my day, I was irritated. And then it spiraled. Right.
Yes.
So that's why, like, one of the main things I share is that breath work I've shared here before. You take a deep breath in for 5, out for 5. When you notice a trigger, and then you can maintain your flight in the turbulence, right? Rather than plummeting down.
You have to have a lot of self-awareness to go through a day without all of that roller coaster ride, right?
Yeah.
So you have to have that knowing yourself inside, to just make it through the day without having that roller coaster.
Absolutely. Or even if, I still have moments I'm like, whoa, where'd that come from? Right.
Oh yeah, you can't have
it's not about not having them. It's about how do I navigate them when I have them, so I have the least collateral damage.
Yeah, because anything could trigger something, right?
Yeah.
You could watch the news and there could be a story that comes on the news that hits you a certain way, it could be anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you just gotta know yourself and know how to keep yourself balanced, really.
Exactly. And it's not so all of this law of attraction, it's not like wishful thinking, okay, everything's going to be beautiful. It's like, no, how do I ride the waves of life? How do I surf knowing that these laws exist? And how can I leverage these laws to benefit my life through my own conscious choice?
Yeah.
And through my focus, and then in turning everything into an opportunity to self-reflect out of curiosity and joy, not out of, oh my God, I got to know myself, but like, wow, interesting. Right? Like to be that inner explorer, right? And say, okay.
Absolutely.
And that's how I live. And it's not like I don't have stuff. I've got lots of stuff that happens. But because I understand this, and I've understood it since I was a kid, really, but I gathered all the information to verify it through my life, that helps me navigate those moments. So we're not trying to create a perfect life without turbulence. We're trying to say, okay, when turbulence hits, who am I? How do I navigate? And what can I learn to do better so that I can navigate better? And then I go to quantum physics. I'll just bring this in. I wanted to bring this in as well. So they discovered that when it was called the double slit experiment, and they discovered that the particles changed the moment they're observed, telling us that consciousness changes reality. They no longer go back to the particle they were before being observed. They change. as soon as there's human observation. So we go into other, sciences. Jacobe Greenberg, he was an incredible scientist who talked about the lattice, the field of life, and how it's all connected, and how our thoughts activate the frequencies in that field of life, in the lattice. So there's like so much science out there. There's so much amazing information. It's not on the common news or the common days. We have to really search.
No, and it's not going to be, because it's not the norm, right?
No, it's not the norm, but it
It's
exists. And
It exists.
that's what matters, right? And so that's why I like sharing what I share, because then people are like, well, that exists, and then
Yeah, and
it opens
people
doors of
people
freedom.
have to take the initiative to want to solve what they're going through, right? So they have to take that initiative, or they're never going to know.
Yes, totally. And so in understanding that, like there's visualization too. So visualization, just imagining an image, doesn't do it. I have to feel the feeling of what I'm imagining.
Yeah, I can't just imagine a pile of money in front of me.
No, but you can imagine feeling, living it up, and having lots of money.
Exactly.
You can imagine that. So emotion.
I can.
So this is the equation: emotion plus intention plus focus equals activation. And that activation sets ripples into motion. But we got to be careful, because sometimes, like for an example, what if I have the seed? This is my dream. I'll use a gardening metaphor. I put it in the earth, and then every day I keep digging it up to see if it's growing. What's going to happen?
It's not going to grow.
It's not going to grow. So it's the same thing. It's like, it's like catch and release, right? So we've got, we anchor, we tune in, we set out that ripple to the universe with all of our force and our emotions, and then trust that things are working behind the scenes. Like my most recent one. So I've had a dream, right? To get into being closer with Dean Graziosi and Tony Robbins, to be in their higher trainings, to be in their circle, right? 4 months ago, I became really crystal clear. This is where I want to go. I want to speak on their stages. I want to have them represent my courses and everything. 4 months ago, I created this image. I superimposed my own self on one of their images, and I put it in every single room. 4 months later, I just spent 2 days, 12 hours a day in mastermind studios. That wasn't even a possibility 4 months ago. It wasn't even.
You're putting that positive energy, looking towards that, and
exactly.
And again, it's that's what the laws of attraction are. It's that positive energy rather than the negative energy that you put out. You put out the negative, you're going to get the negative. You put out the positive, you're going to get the positive.
And when you're clear of what you really want, and if you're clear what you really want, and you're willing to step out of feeling victimized by life and realize you're a co-creator with life, that's when everything changes.
Hey, it's just like the Spice Girls knew. Mm-hmm. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
Yeah. Like I wrote an article recently called "Waiting Until," and like we put off our dreams, waiting until. But if we say to the universe, okay, I'm waiting until this happens, until I have money, or until I have my partner, until this, the universe is going to say, okay, we'll wait. All right, we'll wait, because you're directing the show, right? And it doesn't. And again, it doesn't minimize challenge. It doesn't minimize trauma and pain. I've been in a lot of situations that could have broke me. So it's not about minimizing, but it's about empowering. Wait a second, even in that, I have a power to choose my focus of direction in a way that can lift me out of this and to where I want to be.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what it's about. So
yeah. All right, so it is season 2, episode 215, Wild World, named after Mr. Cat Stevens, who is his name is Yusef.
Love Cat Stevens.
I guess he's going by Yusef now.
Yeah, he converted to Muslim many years ago. Yeah.
So Wild World is a great song. I listened to it this morning because I named it after that. Fantastic song. So Luannah, after all of that, where can they find you? So that way, if people really want to get in touch with what you do and how you do it, where can they find you?
Well, one of the easiest ways is like on my Facebook handle. It's Luannah Victoria. So I write a lot of articles there that are inspiring. I have a YouTube channel too. Look up Luannah Victoria Arana. I have a lot of videos on there about mastering your triggers and life. And then my website, soulspectivesinstitute.com. And from there, they can connect to my retreat center. I have a retreat center in BC. So I do in-person and online coaching and mentoring and webinars and things like that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Could do you wonders, because I'll tell you, since you and Kyle, since you two have been on the show, I have mellowed out a lot.
Oh, wow. That's
And
so
I
cool.
gotta say, I've handled the stress pretty well, with all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes on, Rhode Island Broadcasting. And I don't know.
Awesome.
I think I've grown since you two have been
Awesome.
on.
Oh my God
So,
bless. That's so beautiful. Thank you for sharing. That's
so thank you for that.
awesome. Thank you.
But now I'm going to ruin everybody's day.
All right. Law of attraction. Okay. Don't let it bring you down.
Going to ruin your day.
That's too far.
So we have
Okay.
Ron's top 5 fictional reptiles.
Ooh, I like it.
Fictional
Oh,
reptiles.
T-Rex. I love
Because
T-Rex. He's so cute. That little big guy. He's just so
because today is National Reptile Day.
Okay. Wow. I didn't know that.
And it fits right in to our, wildlife week.
Yeah. Wow.
So
Cool.
I decided, hey, I'm going to do my top 5 fictional reptiles because there's so many of them. Let me tell you. Didn't realize how many there were. I thought it was going to be easy. Was not easy.
Okay.
Was not easy. Because anybody that reads books must know Lyle the crocodile.
I don't know Lyle the crocodile.
It's been around for a long time.
Wow.
There's Arnie from the Muppets.
Right.
There's Crocubot from Rick and Morty. Okay.
Nope. Don't know
King
that.
K. Rool from Donkey Kong and Super Smash Brothers.
I guess I'm out of the loop. You're not going to be able to get me upset because I don't know any of those.
No, you won't know these. These are fine.
Okay.
So Nintendo character, King K. Rool. TikTok from Peter Pan.
Oh, right. TikTok. I remember TikTok.
Right?
Yeah.
Roger from Penguins of Madagascar.
Ooh.
Master Croc from Kung Fu Panda. These all didn't make it. They didn't make the list.
Kung Fu Panda one didn't make it?
Nope. And I used to love this animated show, cartoon movie kind of thing. Nag and Nagaina from Rikki Tikki Tavi. One of my favorite movies as a kid.
I have no idea
Loved
what that is. I got to look at that.
He's a mongoose. Rikki Tikki Tavi was a mongoose, and his enemies were Nag and Nagaina. They were snakes.
Wow.
So,
I got to look that up. I love kids' movies. So.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Let me see. Master Viper from Kung Fu Panda as well.
Right.
Franklin. You know Franklin the turtle?
Oh, yes. I know Franklin the turtle.
He didn't make it.
No
He was
way.
close. He was close, but he didn't make it.
Sweet turtle not make it. Oh.
I know. Go figure. There was Morla from Neverending Story.
Oh, right. Morla.
Shelly from Sesame Street. Vern from Over the Hedge. Love that movie.
Oh, that was
that movie.
Yeah, that was a good one.
There's Bowser and Bowser Jr., also Nintendo characters. Hammer Brothers, also Super Mario Brothers characters. Koopa Troopa, more Nintendo. Nintendo has a lot of them.
Okay.
There were more, but I left them out.
I didn't do much. So that's why I don't.
Barney.
Barney?
Yeah, I love you. You love me.
I know the song.
We're a happy family.
Right, I know this song. I can't get the visual of Barney though.
The Barney, the dinosaur.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. It's been a long time.
And also his sidekick, Baby Bop.
Baby Bob.
Did not make it.
Didn't make it. Okay.
Didn't make it.
Wow.
Blue from Jurassic World. Remember the
I-
little raptor that he trains?
Yes,
in the
yes,
movie?
yes, yes. Cute little raptor.
And of
Yeah.
course, Indominic's Rex, the vicious one. Alex from the Tekken video game. He's a dinosaur that fights.
Okay. Don't know that one.
Riptor from Killer Instinct video game.
Hmm.
The Geico Gecko.
Oh, the Geico Gecko. I know.
Didn't make my list.
He's cute. Yeah, he was cute.
There's Rango from that movie.
Oh, I
Depp's
loved
movie.
Rango. That was one of our favorite family movies.
Yeah, he didn't make my list.
How could he not make your list? That is surprising. Okay.
Mushu from Mulan did not make my list.
You're
Didn't make the
reminding me
list.
of all these reptiles I didn't know I knew. Wow, Mushu.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, that was a good
What
one.
about Ka from Jungle Book?
Oh yeah.
Didn't make the list.
Didn't make the list. I thought for sure.
Right
Jungle
now,
Book
there's
was-
people. How is this not making the list? You know,
Yeah.
the people are rumbling right now. They're
Yeah,
rumbling.
I thought for sure that would be at least in the top 5. That one.
Yeah, of course. There's Pokemon, Charmander, Squirtle, and a whole bunch of others that did not make the list.
Okay. Wow.
Pascal from Tangled.
Oh, I
Oogway from Kung Fu Panda.
Oh, right. Uruguay. Right.
And Crush, the turtle, the tortoise, whatever it is, from Finding Nemo.
Oh,
Did
I
not make the
forgot
list.
That one. Wow.
All right.
Okay.
Here's my honorable mentions. Now, you know, I hope nobody decides to throw eggs at the screen. Just saying. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles barely got in as an honorable mention.
Wow.
Now, people are going to think, well, that should be number 1. No, not number 1.
All right.
Barely an honorable mention.
I can feel the pressure building in the field.
It got beat out by Tortoise from The Tortoise and the Hare.
Oh, wow.
I mean, he won the race.
Won the race. Yeah, he was
He's
a cool
he's
tortoise.
got to be in there.
Yeah, he was a cool tortoise.
Honorable mention.
Wow.
Kermit the Frog did not make it very high either because he's only an honorable mention. Kermit
Wow.
did not make it. This one hurt because I couldn't put it any higher. Dino from the Flintstones.
No way. Wow.
Only an honorable mention.
This is so fun because I didn't realize I knew so many reptiles in movies. And
Exactly. This is what I thought too. I'm like, oh, well, I can name 4 of them, you know, now, and it's like, oh, this is going to be easy.
Wow.
It wasn't easy.
Oh.
But let me tell you, it wasn't easy.
No, I can tell.
My number 6, the bubble reptile, is Mr. Snake from The Good Guys, that animated movie. The Good Guys and The Good Guys 2. I saw The Good Guys 2 twice in the theater this year.
Wow, I didn't
And
recall
Mr.
that
Snake is awesome. Mr. Snake, awesome.
one. Oh, I'm gonna have to watch it. Okay.
Fast Rising. That's like the only one that's recent that even made the list. Nothing else that's recent really made the list.
Wow.
So Mr. Snake, number 6, didn't quite make the top 5.
Okay.
All right, now, to be fair, 2 of them nobody's probably even going to know.
Okay.
So number 5 is Touche Turtle, this little guy over here.
I remember him. I know Touche Turtle.
Touche Turtle with Dum Dum.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love
I
that.
remember Touche Turtle. Yeah.
Touche Turtle is great. I love him.
Oh, he's so cute. On guard.
Yeah, definitely the best turtle ever. Best turtle.
Yeah, beautiful.
Number 4, I have Wally Gator.
I remember Wally Gator.
Loved Wally Gator. That was one of my favorite cartoons
Yeah.
growing up when I was a kid. Loved it. And number 3 was Rex, down just below you, from Toy Story.
I know, I loved that Toy Story Rex. He was so cute.
He was awesome.
He was awesome.
He was awesome.
Yeah.
So Toy Story's Rex was number 3, and that's pretty damn good. To be
That's really
number 3 above all those others that we mentioned,
yeah.
that's
It's
pretty
true.
awesome.
He earned it. Yeah, that's a good one.
Number 2 is the guy way over to your side.
The big guy, this Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Godzilla, number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And people are probably moaning and groaning. It should be Godzilla and the Ninja Turtles all the way. But no.
No,
No.
you got to go room.
Godzilla's only number 2 because this guy right here from Nintendo,
Yeah,
Yoshi, he is my favorite reptile of all time,
he's
my
cute.
favorite dinosaur, my favorite, anything that has to do with what he is.
He's totally cute and endearing. I don't know him, but he's cute and endearing. I like him.
Yeah, so he has his own games, and then he's on some other games, like he's on Smash Brothers. But I really love him for 2 other games, and that is Mario Kart.
Don't know it.
Mario Kart, the racing game with all the Super Mario Brother characters and all that.
Okay.
I always use him, as my character, and of course, Mario Strikers, the soccer game, which is the best soccer game ever.
Okay.
I use him as the character for my soccer team, and then I
Okay.
use like the Koopa Troopers or something like that with him. So
Okay.
Yoshi by
Yoshi.
far is
Wow.
my favorite.
Oh,
Like
he's
I love
cute.
Yoshi. Like he's so awesome, so awesome.
He's cute.
I make these perler sprites, and I make Yoshi, and I have a bunch of those.
Oh,
And
awesome.
I should probably put them on the. Yeah, maybe I should do that today. Put it on the store on the website.
Oh, good idea.
I'll put some of those on there, so that'll be pretty cool. So yeah, that's my top 5. Again, wrapping
Well,
it up: Touche Turtle, Wally Gator, Rex from Toy Story, and Godzilla number 2, and number 1 Yoshi.
Yoshi.
My top 5 fictional reptiles.
Awesome.
No Ninja Turtles in there. Only an
Yeah.
honorable mention.
Surprised about that, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, truth be told, the only reason why I put it in as honorable mention, because I never really cared for them,
Mm-hmm.
because they're so popular and they're like, you know, super monetized, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Mm-hmm.
So I put it in there just because everybody would be so upset it wouldn't even be number
They weren't
1.
even there at all. Yeah, right.
So that's why I said it barely made it in. Because personally, I would have rather put Franklin there.
Yeah, Franklin. Yeah,
Truth be told.
I
Truth
love
be told.
Franklin. Yeah,
I
yeah.
used to, when I worked with kindergarten kids, I used to do all the Franklin things with them. So, telling them the Franklin stories and stuff like that, and all that stuff. So Franklin was a big part of what I did when I was working with kids.
Wow. Oh, beautiful. Wow.
So gotta love Franklin. Look, I hope everybody enjoyed the show. Luannah, thank you for being here today. Was awesome.
Thank you. That was so fun.
Next episode is tomorrow at 10 a.m. I will be back here again doing another show with Kyle. So
right.
I get the double barrel with you two.
I was just about to say you're gonna get. I was trying to think of the word. Yeah, the double barrel. Yeah, 2 days in a row.
So
That's awesome.
So that will happen tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 a.m. if you're on the Pacific Coast, like Luannah. So do that, and again, don't forget to check out soulspectiveinstitute.com.
Thank you.
Visit there and find all you can about Luannah and what she does. And of course, go to RhodeIslandBroadcasting.net where you can find all the shows from Rhode Island Broadcasting. There's like about a billion of them. So do that. Check out the shows. And hope everybody has a great day. And we will see you next time.
Okay, beautiful. Can't wait.
All right.
Woohoo! That
Bye,
was fun.
everybody.
Bye.